16 guilty things you love to do. Number 16. Winning arguments. Nobody likes to start a fight, but sometimes getting your point across can lead to unsuspecting shouting matches and an array of opinions from others who want their voice to be heard. Whether it's a family member, friend, or significant other, you try hard to bite your tongue, but you just can't hold back. Sure, the argument might be silly, but you've prepared your thesis and conclusion in an attempt to prove them wrong. While it's easier probably to back down, our pride and egos usually step in the way, and at this point, we've become heavily invested in proving our intelligence.
In the end, you may feel terrible, but you also feel so much better knowing that you've won this round.
Number 15. Posting selfies. As conceited and self-absorbed as it sounds, we all love to pose in front of the camera. It's like an art form, and we spend time perfecting different poses and snapping various shots in numerous angles to get the best lighting. It's fun to apply filters, and it makes us feel like a professional photographer. We probably won't admit that it took us countless of tries to get that one perfect picture, but it gives us a warm feeling inside to see those likes and comments grow on our Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Number 14. Gossiping. Whether it sounds juicy, dramatic, or dumb, girls love to gossip simply because we can't help ourselves hearing about the latest news about the people we know, good or bad. Girls find it fun to swap secrets and share opinions with those in their inner circles, but it can also ruin friendships, destroy reputations, and drive us crazy. But at the same time, it also adds some spice to many conversations. Gossiping empowers drama queens, and others feel just as powerful knowing what's happening and actually live vicariously through everyone else's lives. Even though everyone knows it's bad to gossip about others behind their backs, some girls do it anyways with no shame. This can make some girls feel happy, jealous, or sad, but gossiping isn't always done with evil intent though. In fact, social media has provided so much information that sharing a few tweets, posts, and pictures result in fun laughs and a good time. Number 13. Splurging when it's payday. It's an awesome feeling when it's payday, but instead of putting your cash aside for bills or rent, you find yourself splurging at the mall, online, or at restaurants. Not only does it feel good to treat yourself with a pair of new shoes or a few drinks at the bar, but then before you know it, money starts to get tight, and then suddenly you find yourself with $10 to your name until the next payday. Overindulging is a guilty pleasure we all have, but it would help if we actually stopped ourselves at our spending limit before we go broke. While there's nothing wrong with spending a few dollars here and there, steer clear of those items that are just wants and stick to the stuff you actually need before going overboard. Number 12. Binge watching shows. Whether it's on Netflix or Hulu, everyone can admit that they binge watched an entire season or show over the weekend. Nothing is exciting like starting a series and being so invested in one episode that you're just dying to know what happens next. Well, thanks to Netflix, you know you're going to spend the next 6 hours glued to the television screen. So grab some popcorn and get comfy. Not only do you find yourself addicted to binge watching, but life feels empty after you've finished an entire series, and all of a sudden you're left wondering, what happens now? Luckily, you can do it all over again and start a new show. Netflix and chill it is then. Number 11. Getting drunk. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Whether you're at home unwinding or at a bar celebrating a birthday or promotion, there's bound to be alcohol. You promise to stick to one beer and a couple of shots for the night. Besides, a few drinks never hurt anybody, right? But sometimes we get to that point where we've had one too many. Then things start to feel a little fuzzy and you're feeling real good and think, I can handle a few more drinks. The following morning, you wake up with your makeup smeared, wearing the same clothes as yesterday, and reeking of booze. While you have vague memories of what happened the night before, your friends and Snapchat videos can attest to what you really did last night. Yep, you got drunk even though you said you wouldn't, but deep down inside, you kind of wanted to get wasted. Not only does drinking temporarily vanish life's problems, but tequila makes you feel like a whole new person. Next time, just keep in mind that drinking in moderation is a must to save yourself from the embarrassment and hangovers the next morning. Number 10. Snacking on junk food. Candy, potato chips, ice cream, you name it. Who doesn't love pigging out on junk food? We all know it's unhealthy for us, but yet we still continue to eat it. Despite being on a diet and working out 5 days a week, it feels so satisfying to stuff our faces with pizza and cheeseburgers, especially with the need to continually look a certain way and wish to feel skinny. Sometimes a french fry or two is something we all crave. Foods with the high amount of salt, sugar, and fat signals the pleasure centers in our brain, making us feel happy and makes makes us want to eat more. During times of high stress, we also tend to consume more junk food, but overeating on junk food is unhealthy. And while a slice of cake is okay here and there, too much of it can lead to some serious problems. Number 9. Fishing for compliments.
When other people try to fish for compliments, we try to resist the bait, but it doesn't mean we don't do the same thing too.
Getting affirmation from others is a satisfying feeling and makes us feel valued and boosts our confidence. But we also unknowingly put ourselves down to get compliments, like pretending that you don't like your new haircut knowing that other people will tell you how beautiful you look. However, putting yourself down for compliments might not always get a positive reaction, as validation from others might not seem enough. The best course is to be genuine in your regard. Accept praise freely and avoid seeking recognition, because people can see right through the phoniness, and it'll end up backfiring on you instead. Number 8. Sleeping in. After a long week of staying up late to finish papers, homework, and studying, sleeping in the next day just feels so awesome. There's no shame in sleeping until noon after pulling an all-nighter, because you know your body's exhausted and you need to cut down on the caffeine. It's especially gratifying sleeping in knowing you have a free day ahead of you. No work and no school, so why not, right? But sleeping in too much can make you feel lethargic and even more tired after waking up. So sleeping in is a luxury that shouldn't be overdone too much, but that's what the weekends are made for. Number 7. Being secretly happy at other people's failures. Believe it or not, there's actually a proper term for it, and it's called Schadenfreude. Originating from Germany, it's actually quite more widespread than we think. Usually when we enjoy other people's failure, it's because there is something in that misfortune for that person. Simply put, we don't like them or believe that they deserved it, and that in turn makes us feel better about ourselves. But don't worry, this doesn't make you an evil person. In fact, we've all felt this emotion at some point in our life. Number 6. Watching reality TV. It's intriguing, it's scandalous, and it's probably all set up, but we can't help but keep up with our favorite reality shows. Not only does it make us feel like we can connect to our favorite celebrities, but it takes away the stress and tension from our everyday lives. Reality TV is a game changer because of the excitement and suspense it provides. As dumb as those fights on the screen may be, we can't resist but be drawn into watching others act dysfunctional and make ridiculous choices. It's entertaining to be a spectator and watch as the drama unfolds, knowing that your life isn't as crazy as the show you're watching on TV. Number 5. Social media stalking. Need to find that girl that was in your best friend's boyfriend's Snapchat?
Time to put those investigative skills to the test.
Best believe when a girl needs to find someone, she will find them in under 3 minutes or less and know where they went to school, where they worked, and any mutual friends you might share. We even get our other friends in on the action and even go as far as creating a fake profile if their account is private. It's a satisfying feeling knowing that you've figured this person out, but the result could also have you obsessed with their every move and what they're doing. Just remember not to let yourself get too invested in social media for the sake of good interest. Number 4. Secretly enjoying canceled plans. Remember 2 weeks ago when you made plans to get together with some friends to catch up and grab dinner? Well, that day is today, and now you find yourself feeling sluggish and not in the mood to go out. You ponder on whether or not you should follow through or cancel, but you don't want to cancel because it can leave you feeling guilty and looking like a jerk. But before you get a chance to text the group chat, you find that someone else has already canceled and figured it's best to reschedule. Even though you texted that you're bummed and was looking forward to tonight, deep down you're embracing a lazy night alone in the comfort of your bed. Number 3. Doing nothing. What's better than doing nothing? Having a day with no plans, no errands or responsibilities is a great guilty pleasure because we always have commitments or work to do. While being productive is rewarding, the feeling is just the same. Sometimes we feel bad about doing nothing because it seems like we're wasting the day away. But when are we not working, taking care of our siblings or pets, driving, cooking, studying, or working out? We all need a break from life's hustle and bustle because we deserve it, and taking a mental break gives us a chance to revitalize our mind and body. So go ahead and take a bubble bath, take a nap, or don't do anything at all. Number 2. Calling in sick.
Oh, fess up. How many of us are actually sick when we call off work?
While I'm sure there's a small percentage of us that have caught a cold, all of us at some point have taken a sick day off work. Dealing with customers or having a long day at the office can be stressful and grueling. It feels like our life force is being sucked out and a well-deserved break is needed to recharge. Calling in sick is normal and something we all do to escape the strain from the workplace. But just be sure to do this sparingly, as calling off frequently could lead to verbal warnings, write-ups, and even termination. You don't want to risk your job just for a day of fun, so just be careful. Number 1. 1. Self-pleasure. While it's completely normal for guys to joke about how much they've choked the chicken and got off to a few adult movies last night, girls pleasure themselves just as much, except it's not out in the open. Within their circle of friends, girls will sometimes casually mention an erotic night they've had to themselves, but it's still kept on the down low because we get embarrassed about it. But honestly, a little self-love is nothing to be ashamed about because it actually contributes to a healthy sex life and allows you to explore yourself and what feels good. So erase those feelings of guilt and indulge yourself every now and then.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.